Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes, and I wanted to bring a quick project. If you've watched my Victory Garden videos, you've seen that I have some really pretty rose bushes in my backyard. And so one thing that I do with them is that I harvest all the flowers and I dry them, once they're through being beautiful. So I literally dry them like this. This was, as the storm was coming, I had to get out there and get these long, and I usually try to make them look more like this when I'm doing it, but I was kind of in a hurry. So what I do is I just take them, and I have a ton of leaves, I have a ton of buds, rose buds, rose the flower. So I have several boxes like this, and they're all nice and dry. But what I want to make is I want to make my own potpourri. I found this beautiful jar at an estate sale. It has some calcium deposits. Probably can't see that on camera, but I'm going to basically clean them up, let them dry, and we'll come back again and I'll show you how I'm going to make the potpourri. It's just a water bottle that I cut. And some say swish it, some say clean it with a cloth. I'm going to do a little of both, because I want to be one and done on it. Have the gloves on just as a little bit of extra protection. I'm going to take my cloth now. It's all the way up here to this rim, and I've tried washing it in bleach and Dawn and all that kind of stuff, but it needed something a little stronger, so here we have our CLR. You want to be in a well-ventilated area when you're doing this. I have glasses on. Those of you that know me, I wear glasses all the time, so that's sort of my safety when I'm out there working with my kiln or paint pours or something like this. But if you don't wear glasses, please make sure you have all the safety things, gloves and what have you. Alright, we'll let this set for a few minutes, and then we'll take it to that rinse step. So I'll go get a clean cloth. So I found this beautiful container, this glass jar, at an estate sale. I gave it a good cleaning, and if I don't break it, what I want to do is, some of you may know that I started a Victory Garden this year. And part of our outdoor area has roses. And I did a lot of research on how to care for my roses. And, well, they've just been very prolific this year. I've got lots, and what I do is once they're spent, I dry all the little rose buds and the petals. So I have a ton of stuff. So it's going to be my version of a potpourri. Something that'll look pretty and smell good all at the same time. So I saved these to process to show you how I do that. But what I want to start with is I had this cotton, and this will help with our smell good part. And we're just going to, I've got all kinds of essential oils here. I have just a plastic utensil, smashing it all into itself because I want it to absorb into all the cotton. I'm gonna let this set while we do mixing of the flower part. You can see it's just absorbing, and what that is that's going to help with the fragrance in the whole container. So I want to show you how what I call processing the flowers, because I don't have stems in any of what you saw, but I do have, I save all the buds, and then if you can see this, this is the center of the rose without minus the petals. So that is where rose hips come from. So if my rose, falls completely apart, I still save those rose hips. And then I'm just going to save them like this, and I may break them apart for a particular area of the jar. And this right here, I like these. These have a purple hue to them. That's actually new growth. So as I was cutting back, getting ready for the cooler season, I went ahead and snipped off some of the height because, number one, it's a beautiful leaf before it turns all the way green. And it's got that purple hue, and it's just really pretty. So these have been drying for a little while. right, I think it's time to start assembling. So I have some eucalyptus from when I had tried growing it. I have lots and lots of leaves. I even have some pine cones. So let's just see what we want to create. I also have these jars where I had started. I think I want to start with simple leaves at the bottom. These are the oldest of the lot. Why do I want to do that? Because when I put this cotton, I basically want it to soak up. So now I'm going to start layering. spin it around. Just make sure I like what I see. We're going to go and embed some of these roses in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to literally put this in there, in this container. I'm just going to bury it in there and fill around it so it looks like that. I just put that in there. Alright, so now I'm going to go start burying some of my roses along the sides, these larger buds. I won't necessarily put them all at the same level. I'll kind of make it look a little more pleasing to the eye. And then some can stand up, some can lay on their sides. And then see how this one fell apart. So I'm going to take the petals and boom, boom shakalaka. There's another rose hip. So I'm just doing that. I'm just sort of placing these buds along the edge there. Some of these leaves, can remove some of the stems to help them lay better in there. Okay, so now I'm going to go start tucking little tiny pine cones. Let's see. It's just for added interest. Piece of nature. And let's see, one, there we go, perfect. Actually, I'm going to take out every other one. And I'm going to start putting in more flowers. So this would have been a season of growing, what you see in these dried flowers. So I go out each morning and look for flowers that are ready to cut. Some I'll use as a display, some I'll take straight to drying. It really just kind of depends on the flower itself. And it smells absolutely delicious. So I want to put a few more leaves. And yeah, see, they're dry enough. I could just, I thought I could. Those thorns, they're mean. And then I'm just going to literally, that's too much green in one spot, so I'm literally going to just pull those leaves back and drop a rosebud right in there. And I tend to save these little perfect looking little buds. I made some candles for Christmas, and they'll be perfect to decorate the top of some of those. Just put decoupage on them, Mod Podge, and they make a really pretty top on. That's what I'm looking for before I just start dumping into this jar. And they won't last per se because they are just a little dried flower, but they make a pretty presentation right at the beginning. And they're just lovely flowers here. And then right here I can see a large area of eucalyptus. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pull that one out. It's still on the stem. And I'm going to go drop a flower right in there to give some color. Yeah, that looks good. This is actually a very easy project. A great way to use your flowers once they're spent. I happen to love roses. I think that one's got too much stem, so we'll just get rid of that little stem on that. I see another spot of eucalyptus right here. Just using my scissors to help with placement. If you do something with your dried flowers, leave it in the comments below and let me know. Give me some ideas of what you do. You can see that I'm going to have a lot of flowers. The zone that I'm in, we're still growing, not nearly as quickly, but even now I have flowers out there, and I have some buds that are coming, so I'm going to put in some more leaves, small leaf, so try to put in a mixture of both. It smells so nice. All right. All right, there she blows. Just give it a little bit of shake to get it all to settle. And there it is. How easy is that project? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And as it settles, I can add more flowers, more leaves. Got plenty of leaves. Well, there we are. I think it's pretty. Reminds me of the beauty that has been in my garden. It's still providing me with something pleasant to look at. I don't think I'll put a bow. If you did it, you could put a bow if that's something that you like. It smells delicious even with this lid because it's not, you know, an airtight seal. How about that for a quick and easy project? Well, I hope you like this video. I hope it gives you some inspiration. If you have ideas on what you do with your rose leaves, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know because there's always going to be more leaves than flowers out there in my rose garden. Alright, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up with the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if this is your first time here, please subscribe. Share the video with your friends. And until next time, happy crafting!